Okay, everyone, I'm Meixner.
I'm Cory Pesaturo.
We are here to start talking about the real deal on accordions, and that means polka. Now, Cory here is one of the world-recognized champion of the digital accordion. He's a jazz maven. He's played in every kind of pop situation known to mankind. He is so cool, he even wears shades at night. Okay, it's probably because of the reflection off of his skinned-out accordion here. Okay, now, I'm not half the accordion player that Cory Pesaturo is. I'm a trumpet player that plays the accordion, but I'll tell you, Cory, you ain't no polka.
No.
You just don't know polka, man.
That's why I'm here at Meixner's Polka School.
Well, we're actually, it's called Banjo's Playhouse in here.
Banjo's Playhouse.
Because our dog, Banjo,
yes.
This is his playhouse.
Oh, okay.
So we have locked Banjo out of his playhouse.
Do I still get a certificate?
You
still
know,
get credits, college credits?
This could be the Whiplash school of polka. You've seen the movie Whiplash, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the Weird Al accordion lesson a la Whiplash?
No.
Oh man, go check that out on YouTube.
Oh, boy.
Where Weird Al is getting a lesson before he goes out on tour, and he gets beat up by his teacher, kind of stuff. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, we're gonna start off here, and there's a lot of different kinds of polkas, as you know. Tell me what you know about polka music, man.
What do I know about polka music?
For $500, Cory, tell us about polka music.
Well, it's got that umchuk groove. It's very. I like the accents. I like the accents in it. I will say that. I like voicing chords like this instead of this.
So you like those tets?
That's coming from the button accordion, right? Because they would voice it like this, not like this.
Okay, on the diatonic button accordion, but the intro I just played is the intro to Schnapps. It was his final word off of Hank Haller's Polkas and Beer album.
Remember
Delta 7002, if I'm not mistaken. Schnapps, it was his final word. The angels came and took him away. Schnapps, it was his final word. The angels came and took him away.
That's why I love the accent, the snappiness. I like snappy music.
Okay, he likes snappy music.
I like crispy, like food. I like food. I like everything crispy.
You like
I like everything crispy.
Fried and crispy.
Well,
you know, I mean,
the crust of the pizza's got to be crispy.
So he likes his accordions tuned dry and loud.
Yeah, I like snappy.
Now that's the thing, though. You don't get that out of the.
Not as much. Well, not as much.
I mean, just play me that intro.
Depends on which patch I use.
Give me a patch that's gonna make that happen.
Well, I mean, what if I? That's a little too Musetti, but whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So I think we're going to a default, like, Cleveland Slovenian style.
Cleveland Slovenian style.
So it's going to be most of the time a little on a quicker side. The Wisconsin Slovenian stuff is going to be with the same type of a tuning, this dry. Now if I'm playing it in a more current Wisconsin Slovenian. It's all sloppy and all kinds of stuff.
It's the feel.
And the thing that's crazy is that we're actually playing a German song, which would be more apt to have been played on this accordion. We want a more Musetti kind of tone, so I would play that same song. So the rhythmic feel, the subdivision goes You're going to have the 16th note. You're going to keep it a straight 8th note if you're doing a more German style. But if we're going to go for that Cleveland or Wisconsin Slovenian style, it's got more of a swing to it. Okay? So that is what...
German straight, little swingy here.
Yes, exactly. And the Polish has a different, like a funk groove, but that's all about the bellows shake, which I don't know you can...
Oh, I do them all the time.
Okay? Stop. You got to get the groove right there, man. That's just... Okay, so you have to go to the master switch, of course. And the accordion, for the most part, in most of those Polish bands, is the rhythm section.
I've never seen someone holding the chords.
Because you want to get the maximum.
Holding the chords and playing the rhythm here. Right?
So I'm playing in my band. I've got MIDI bass going on. I mean, you've always got the MIDI bass going on. But for me, that's like my grind. Now, if you're gonna, that's a regular Polish push kind of bellows shake. Reference John Salasko, Al Piakowski, you know, those are the guys that are like masters, or Richie Tokarz back in the day. You know?
So this is a 2/4 accent, though.
Right. Now, this is more of like how you would play it. So you've got to play to the drummer. If you're in an Eastern style band, it's going to be faster. Like with Jan Levon, when I have to play his stuff, most of the time, he likes the triple bellows shake in there.
So wait, you're doing da 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 da. You're doing 2 triple 2 triple. That's what it seems like.
I guess so.
What
was that? What was that Charlie Parker saying? You know, what is jazz? If you gotta ask, you ain't ever gonna know. You know, I mean, you have to analyze down to that, man.
That's basic. What's going on? Okay, now that's just a straight
And keeping in mind,
you can do triples on this one. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
Well, it's weird because I'm just getting used. I just got this accordion.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't want to kill it.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just getting used to where my stuff goes. And you got to keep in mind that the bellows shake in Oberkreiner Slovenian music, or in the German stuff, that you get the Schittelweh. I'm gonna switch over to the Zupan for that. That's instead of bellows shaking in the Stary Kraj stuff.
So it's all about the staccato.
Yes, and keep in mind that your chord voicings can change. It's a lot like Freddie Green in a Count Basie rhythm section where you got chunk, 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 where he's moving the inversions of the chords all around.
Right. But he's still just chomping.
But he's just chomping away. And you know, and whether we're bellows shaking or not, you got to keep in mind when you're bellows shaking and the horns or the vocal are in a certain register, you can open up your sonic capabilities if you bellow, like if they're singing in the low mids, move it up to the upper register. You know, if they're singing high, you know, you want to be putting your chord voicings down here. You know, but when you Schittelweh in the Oberkreiner stuff, as opposed to the bellows shakes with the Polish stuff, 99% of the time you're going to bellows shake on a master switch. 99% of the time you will shittleve on a violin or a musette switch. Just because it's a more open sonic sound.
Ah.
Okay. So.
Bellows shake on the master.
Shittleve.
Shittleve.
We're doing the Oberkreiner backbeat. Now, we're not even getting into the Dutchman style, in which a lot of times the accordion is.
So it just fills at the end of phrases.
You know, but again, it's snappy.
Very snappy.
It's snappy, and so Cory said he likes snappy
I
music.
love snappy.
So polkas.
Crispy. I like
Yeah.
using crispy.
Okay, snap. You got the crackle in there too, and the
Snap,
pop.
crackle, pop.
You know. Okay. So let's see here. I'm trying to think here. Let's go with something simple here.
Okay.
We're gonna play an old Slovenian folk song that Frank Yankovic recorded called Oj Marička Pegla. Okay.
Which means, oink, my reach went pegla.
Oh no, it's a song about Marie. You know, I think she's washing, and it's about all the chores that Marie does. Okay, it's an old Slovenian folk song. If I remember correctly, please, if I have a Slovenian person, that's gonna correct me. But we're gonna do it instrumentally so that you don't mispronounce anything. Okay, so it's the first part of the song is nice and simple.
That's a polka fill right there.
Yeah.
That is a that is a polka. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, of course, that when you slip in a chord, this is something I always see in polka. You'll slip in the 4 chord. Dun, 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 like where it would just be 5, 5, 1. You guys go 5, 4.
Retrogression is a very, very cool thing in polka music. I mean, but right now, I'm going to play that again. Then I want you to give me that melody. Because this is one of the great things about Cory. He has an amazing ear. So we can pick this stuff up. So we're going to give you the flavor here.
Especially on live TV. Oh boy. The chord change is da da.
Yeah, there's no retrogression in this one.
Yeah.
So
that's the weird part. That
let me do it again.
Yeah.
Again. Okay.
Da, 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 you go da, 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 da. That's just kind of weird, because the melody is G, that da, 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 but it's like F sharp on the bass. That's what keeps screwing up.
It's moving. Don't overthink it.
All right, I'm a theory guy.
Well, I'm too. Okay, so,
but it's okay.
I mean, that's a little too much. That's because the bass player got bored. You know what I mean? Okay, so let me play the correct music theory way. Okay, so I substituted an A instead of the F sharp in the bass to keep Cory from going on a theory nightmare here. Okay, so right now you take the melody. It's not, and I'm gonna play balls in there. Okay, 1, 2, you got it.
the bass stuff that people miss out on. I think in your playing as well, people say, oh, Alex is great this, is great that. I think people are missing out on your bass lines.
Well,
there's a lot going on.
That's because that's one of my instruments. Okay.
So you're thinking about it.
I am thinking as a bass player.
Right.
And generally, as opposed to what I just told you about, well, you know, I generally am thinking the left hand in congruence with the melody, especially when I'm playing the bohemian style polkas that are a lot of times brass band arrangements that I've moved over to the piano accordion. Mm-hmm. The bass lines, there's lots of contrary motion with the melody, so but that's another whole thing all of its own. I want to focus because Cory's jazz skills are something to behold in the Cleveland Slovenian style especially, because a lot of times you'll have a lead accordion playing and then you'll have those fills, okay? Right. And, you know, whether you're listening to Joey Miskulin or you're listening to, like, the double boxes with Dick Soja and Bobby Timko with the Kenny Bass Polka Poppers, or Johnny Pecan and Louis Trebar. Pecan brought a jazz element into the field. When he was with Yankovic, he was the first person pioneering that fill accordion thing going on. And any of this stuff that I'm saying that could possibly not be correct, just reference Joey Miskulin. He lived all this history, so he can probably correct everything that I'm saying. It could be wrong. Pecan, Eddie Habit, and Johnny Vadnal were like three heavies in the Cleveland Slovenian thing. And Habit once told me that he really wished he was Art Van Dam, but instead, you know, the polkas were his thing. But he wrote stuff that had more construction of chords and melodic lines. So those guys admired Art Van Dam, Leon Sash, and that kind of stuff of the day. So let's do a little Johnny Pecan tune here, because there's going to be a little bit of chord action going on here.
Okay.
So this is a little tune in reference to your snappy beat. This is a Johnny Pecan tune that's called the Snappy Fingers Polka. I mean, this should be my song, right?
Okay. Ah!
Here we go.
Ah! Lots of changes. Love it.
So there's all kinds of chord changes, and you nail that stuff. I mean, just by ear, you've got the whole thing going on.
I can guess. I can always guess.
Right, and I mean, hey, with anything, you know, we have our vocabulary.
Certain genres of music do certain things. Like that time, instead of instead of going to B7 to work its way back, it just goes to G7.
Exactly. So a lot of times, one section of the song is going to have more chord changes than the other. Then the other section, it's about the groove, and that's the part that hangs you up, because there's cadences. Sometimes the phrases are 8 measures long, sometimes there's 9 measures, okay? And it's all how you cadence it. The bands that are most popular, there's always a dance beat that goes to it, okay? So you can have a fancy accordion player, a la Bobby Timko. In Bob Timko's band, he had just killing accordion playing. We're like... And he would play a song like that, and the rhythm section, boom, 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 boom. The bass player was just like thumping it. And the drummer, man, Dave Walnut didn't have to play a roll. He only had one cymbal. You know, it was just boom, as long as you cadence at the right spot, and it has a jump, jump, jump. And being that you're playing left-hand bass, or in those fills, you got to give that space for it. I know this is crazy. I'm talking about putting space in things.
Alex is always playing notes somewhere.
But you got to let it breathe somewhere, and especially in those cadences. So, let's play a polka right now.
Yeah.
Cory's gonna play a polka that he knows. Now, how many? I mean, you're probably gonna give me Pennsylvania polka or
no, what's
roll out the.
Yeah, what's the one that goes?
Auf der Autobahn. So
let's see if I know.
Now that one.
But you're supposed to have the melody down here,
okay,
right?
So there's a lot of different ways that can be played. So.
Yeah. Oh.
I generally play. Now that song is traditionally an Oberkreiner song written by Slavko and Wilko Ovsnik. Slavko Ovsnik, the polka king of the world. Okay?
Oh.
So he would not play it on this type of accordion. His accordion was a Hohner Merino forever.
Okay.
And so instead of getting that, it's that Schittelweh thing that we were talking about.
Do you notice you're playing more ahead of the beat when you do that style? You're totally like...
So you have to... Traditionally, there's no drums in that.
Okay.
So your rhythm section then is accordion, baritone horn playing bass lines, and preferably an archtop guitar, acoustic. And it's a very on top of the beat kind of thing. And the melody would actually be played by a trumpet and clarinet in harmony.
Right. But it's so ahead of the beat, it's on the verge of where, when I hear someone play like that, I go, oh, they have bad time. It's like almost. If it weren't you playing, I would say they must have bad time.
And this is the thing.
Way on the verge.
There's different, and if you have a different subdivision, I worked with a gypsy fiddle player the other day.
Yeah.
Okay? The music on the page would say... Okay, but instead you'll get... I mean, where there's so much anticipation coming in, you know, and you look at it, Sinatra, Billie Holiday, change the phrasing. And so phrasing makes it all happen. So we can get all those chords going on, but if you ain't playing it in the right spots. So, you want to play Auf der Autobahn. Now, I noticed a few melodic things there that were a little astray. But we're going to let that go.
I didn't even know
so, my question is, are you going to play it? Do you want to switch it over to the Oberkreiner length? Where we go? You know, Rod Miller would be very happy if you did that.
Rod Miller would be very happy if I did that.
Okay.
So it should be da 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 or da da.
Yes.
I like the major 7 of course.
Now the thing is, or you can play it in the style that we've been working on in Cleveland's.
So it's a little slower. Snappy.
Okay, so
Does it always have these extra measures, by the way?
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
this 8
There's
bar and
always
9
an
bar,
extra measure,
it pops up and it's the feel. So I'm watching here, and I don't know if this is the result of the reedless accordion thing.
I should put that one on there.
Okay, well, so we're gonna get to that in a second here. So what I'm seeing is that the snappiness, you're trying to put it all in on the keyboard. Okay?
No, that's a me thing, yes.
And that's gotta be the bellows doing the work here. So, I mean, you're like... And you're making it more staccato in that regard, and while there's gonna be a bit of a...
So what is the percentage of snappiness for actually using hands on the keyboard versus bellows? Because right now, obviously, I'm doing it 100% on the keyboard.
I'm gonna say at least 60 to 75% bellows, as opposed to the hands.
As opposed
just
to the
because
hands.
that's where your groove is.
Then you can lean on.
Exactly.
You can lean on that because you're using the bellows. Yeah.
Okay, so you take it. Let's play it together then.
Okay. With the bellows.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
these different things. What interesting about polka, which I've always noticed, and you're playing, and anybody doing these lines, it's the same rules as jazz. You're trying to create improv lines where the chord tones are on a beat and the non-chord tones are on the upbeat. And you're trying to say, oh shit, I'm gonna get there way too early. How do I put an extra note that lands? It's the same rules.
It's bebop scale.
It's literally
exactly
the same rules.
right there.
Yeah.
And that's I learned jazz by learning to play polkas by ear. And Joey Miskelin was my first jazz teacher. Sorry, Joey. Okay.
Yeah.
Just by listening to how he approached improvising. Steve Meixner is another absolute master where he would sing a song. He sings a song. And as he's singing, you know, he's got the fills going underneath it. And he's playing the bass line. And, you know, these guys just, it's full arrangements and just total complete music going on right there. So
It's the same. That's interesting. Same way.
So let's play some songs that let's play a polka that you probably know already.
Okay.
Okay.
Although, two quick questions. Like, okay, how much would someone use a diminished chord then?
Okay, now wait a second. You can. Okay, but you're playing a melody wrong here.
Oh.
Okay, so you gotta.
I thought you were saying different people do it.
So you can put the diminished chords in, and that's a lot. Like when I was mentioning Johnny Pecan, those guys, Pecan, Vabnell, Habit, they were the guys that started putting those passing diminished chords in there.
I see.
Because they were playing piano accordions, or in the case of Pecan, a chromatic accordion, so diminished chords
are right there.
Right there.
Right there.
As opposed to the button accordions that a lot of the traditional music of the diatonic button accordions.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's that. And then a lot of times I will use the bellows to get, like, instead of da da da, I go.
Okay.
They never do that.
No,
they never
don't do that. Never.
No.
So for a guy who's all about the fingers, that's a unique.
I like doing that on Balkan music too.
And that could be a style thing. But I mean, do you see Peter Alchov, Ivan Milov do that on the Balkan music? That's your own thing.
Huh.
You know?
I use that as a thing. Yeah.
But you're Italian, I'm half Italian, so I mean we should play a Dick Contino. Because a lot of the Slovenian accordion guys, I mean there a lot of the Italian guys went into Slovenian polkas.
Right.
And that's a combination of stuff. Okay, so the Woodpecker Song.
Reginella Campagnolo.
You know, I mean, you're going to pronounce that better than I'm going to pronounce. I'm just not going to let you speak German, right?
Steve Meixner, Alex Meixner.
Good stuff. 1, 2, 3.
embellishing with the holding the chord thing.
Ah, good times.
That feels so weird. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, hold on. I'm wearing a T-shirt. You know, I can't do the true Dick Catino. Rest in peace.
Yes,
Rest in peace.
Yes. Learning about polkas.
Learning about polkas. It's always a good time getting to hang with Mr. Cory Pesaturo.
As the same with you, Alex.
And so tell these fine people out on the World Wide Web, on the internet system. Tell these people where they can find you, how they can find you. You know, I mean.
Well,
when is your episode of America's Most Wanted coming on?
Hopefully never. Most Wanted accordion player, maybe. So I fly back home tomorrow, and I immediately leave Thursday for LA. I'm performing and giving a talk at Synthplex, which is a whole kind of all synth people, and then there's me. Then I come back to Florida April 6th. I'm playing an Italian festival in Deerfield on the beach. I'm doing an Italian festival on the beach.
Good times.
Then I have a private event in DC. Then we get into May. I go to San Francisco for a conference, kind of like this Synthplex thing. It's all technology and music people. Then I go back home, then Detroit, jazz gigs. If anybody's in Detroit, I have a couple of jazz gigs there with some amazing people. And then San Francisco, I'm doing a week of all the accordion clubs in San Francisco. I'm doing something at Stanford University. Then Indianapolis 500. Then I go to New Zealand.
Good times.
Yeah, having a Coupe Mondial kind of reunion there. And then, who knows, Iceland, setting up some stuff with Kevin Selecki in Iceland.
Awesome, man.
We'll be doing some polkas there.
Oh, yeah. If Kevin Selecki's on the bill,
yes,
there's going to be a few
that'll
polkas.
be fun. And Formula One in Austria, probably, so a couple of Euro things. And ATG in Denver this year, accordion for the accordion fans. And maybe even doing a little something quickly at AAA. Before I go to Milwaukee for the Festa Italiana, where I saw you at German Fest.
Yes.
I'm playing Italian Fest. So there's some De Contino stuff there. So there's a lot of different
There's a lot going on with Cory. Well, for those of you that already are following or haven't already started to, go to facebook.com/Alex Meixner Band. And you can also find, obviously, at alexmeixner.com, where I'm going to be touring with the Alex Meixner Band, as well as I'm heading over to the Netherlands for a week of performances on an all-star polka thing, and I'll be in Leavenworth, Washington for the first time in June, so that's a nice little accordion festival that I know Cory's been to.
Yes.
And the band's touring, obviously, in Northeast and Texas, Florida. And we'll be out in the Midwest. We'll be at Summerfest Grounds, I think, a few weeks after you. We do German Fest. It's the last week in July.
Yeah, mine's the week before.
Yes. So,
want to stay there.
So right after that, then we go back into the Northeast and got a lot of cool things. So just check us all out online, and happy accordion squeezing.
And what Instagram is CPEZ, easy enough. CPEZ.
Alex Meixner Band everywhere, and that's ALEX, M as in Mary, EIX, N as in Nancy, ER Band.
Okay, well, thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Cory.
Learned a lot of polka. Hope everybody else did too.
Yeah.
The intricacies of polka.